Hello, this is Lewis Larizzo, and welcome to this afternoon's podcast. And today we've got Peter Cahill. I've known Peter Cahill for greater than 20 years, and Peter Cahill is a principal of Insight Metrics, a boutique marketing consultancy based in Sydney. Peter had a stellar corporate career that started early. At 28, he was a sales and marketing director for a large food company, leading a team of 60 people, most of whom were older than him. And after 15 years in corporate life as a sales director and marketing director and general manager, Peter transitioned into consulting in 1998 and has run his own business since 2002, working mainly with food industry clients. So welcome, Peter.
Thank you, Lewis.
Now, my first question to you, so we can get a feel for what you do, is what sort of consulting do you do?
I work in the general area of sales and marketing in two key areas. Firstly, helping clients improve their relationships with their major customers, and then improving the quality of our sales strategy and major customer practices overall, and making sure that they're aligned with the marketing and corporate objectives of the business.
Terrific. And how do your clients benefit from your work?
Main benefit for the clients really is I help them focus on what their customers think is important, and specifically what customers value. That allows my clients to define a clear customer value proposition on which they can demonstrate exactly what it is they do for their customers, what the benefits are, and move the discussions beyond just supplying product at a price.
Price. Now, that's an interesting question. How can your clients win against low frills, lower priced competition?
Well, ironically, for most of my clients, it seems to be that it's actually the frills that are important to their customers. In virtually every customer engagement survey I've done, when I ask the customers what's important to you, price comes out somewhere in the middle. What's important to most of the customers is all about reliability, it's about integrity and trustworthiness, and it's about the client having contingency arrangements to ensure that their product's always available to the customers. Price is really the only main topic of conversation when the supplier hasn't brought any other benefits to the table.
That makes total sense to me. So you're getting away from the idea of commodity.
Correct. Yep.
Terrific. And where do your clients come from?
Most of my clients are large food manufacturers. Typically, they've got multiple production facilities and they've got a number of sales channels that they're working into. But the reality is the principles of focusing on what customers value are applicable across most industries, and I've worked in some other sectors as diverse as wine and brickmaking.
Right. And I mean, you are based in Sydney. Do you work throughout Australia?
In fact, I've worked on every continent except Antarctica. Recently, most of my work's been in Australia and New Zealand, but that's mainly for lifestyle choices, but I have done a number of global projects over the years for Fortune 500 companies.
Wow. Okay. And is there a typical project for you?
I wouldn't say that anything was typical, in that I try and tailor every piece of work, every investigation to meet the specific needs of the customers. But obviously I've developed some methodologies over the years, some core techniques of how I go about doing things. And from that point of view, the methodology has some similarities across each project. Typically it's sitting down with the client, working out what's important for them, designing then a number of questionnaires and going out and talking to customers and finding out what's important to them, analysing the results, presenting the results, and then workshopping them through with the clients.
Okay. And how long would you typically engage with your clients?
A typical project around customer engagement or sales and marketing alignment would probably last for about 3 months, but most of my client relationships have gone for many years. I like to stay involved with the clients, get involved in implementing the recommendations and actually getting the benefits of some of the insights that I've come up with them. I've just celebrated 10 years now working continuously with Sugar Australia on this sort of work.
Wow. And what makes you different from other consultants that are out there?
It's funny, I talk to my clients about that sometimes, and to them I think it's a combination of practical experience. I've been there, I've done this sort of work in a corporate role, I've also got all the sort of university degrees you'd expect someone like me to have. I've got 3 of them, and I think that's enough at this stage. And also the fact that I do most of the work myself. So with a lot of the bigger consulting companies, the clients see some really impressive people, but when it comes along to do the work, they find everyone they're talking to is under 30 and doesn't have a lot of experience. The other difference with me, I think, is the fact that I don't just make the recommendations and walk away. I like to get involved, and I like to stay involved on an ongoing basis with the clients. So I really become the voice of the customer inside the clients, and in fact, often they get me to come along and as part of their strategy sessions to perform that role.
Okay. And how do you generate new business?
Interestingly enough, most of my business comes from word of mouth. My client, be it the CEO, sales director or marketing director, will be talking to one of their colleagues who says, gee, I liked what you do there. How did you go about it? They recommend me, and the phone rings. Obviously, waiting for the phone to ring is not the only way that I generate new business, but it does seem to be where most of it comes from.
Well, word of mouth, as they say, is the best kind of business.
It is. So it's a matter of just ensuring that people are aware of what I do and when I'm around. So networking becomes an important part of it. Networking,
okay. And if people want to get in contact with you to know a little bit more, how do they do that?
Let's say most people just pick up the phone and ring. I'm always happy to talk to people. My number, 0419 981 990. Or if you put my name into Google, which is Peter Cahill, that's Cahill, and put the name of the company in, which is Insight Metrics, I should be at the top of the search engine results.
Love Google. All right, thanks very much, Peter, and continue the good work.
Thanks for the opportunity, Lewis. Good to talk to you.